The latest news, updates, and deep dives into the world of motorcycles. If you're into cruisers, you're in for a treat. Today, we're talking about the 2026 Honda Shadow Phantom, a name that's been part of Honda's cruiser lineup for years, now returning with fresh upgrades, sharper styling, and some serious attitude. Whether you're a loyal Shadow fan or someone just getting into the mid-size cruiser market, you'll want to stick around for this full breakdown. A legacy reimagined, the Honda Shadow Phantom has always represented that perfect middle ground, not too big, not too small, offering a comfortable, classic cruiser experience without the intimidating bulk of full-size touring bikes. The 2026 model builds on that legacy, while introducing several modern touches that bring it up to date with current rider expectations. Honda has clearly listened to the market. They've taken feedback from both new riders and experienced cruiser enthusiasts to craft a machine that stays true to its roots, but doesn't feel dated. The Shadow Phantom has always had a low-slung, stealthy vibe, and now with the 2026 update, it's even more refined, both in performance and aesthetics. Updated design, subtle but sharp. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the 2026 Shadow Phantom doesn't scream for attention, and that's exactly the point. It's meant to look understated yet powerful, with a blacked-out theme that gives it a brooding, minimalist appeal. Matte finishes dominate the paint scheme, with very limited chrome, only where it enhances the look, not distracts. The bike retains its signature chopped fenders and low-profile stance, but Honda has tightened things up visually. The tank now features more aggressive lines, and the LED lighting setup, from the headlamp to the taillight, adds a modern edge. You also get newly designed 10-spoke cast wheels and a slightly reshaped seat that looks better and offers improved comfort for longer rides. It's clear that the Shadow Phantom isn't trying to reinvent the cruiser aesthetic. Instead, it's doubling down on the qualities that make this class of bike so appealing. Clean lines, a muscular presence, and a design that speaks softly but carries a big attitude. Engine and performance. Reliable V-twin power. At the heart of the 2026 Shadow Phantom lies the tried-and-true 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine, the same engine that has powered previous Shadow models. But don't mistake that for laziness. This engine has been refined for better throttle response and lower emissions, while still delivering the satisfying low-end torque that cruiser riders love. It produces a respectable 44 horsepower, and around 47 lb-ft of torque, which might not sound like much on paper, but in real-world riding, it offers more than enough grunt to handle highway cruising, city commuting, and everything in between. The engine's character remains smooth and predictable, perfect for riders who value comfort over chaos. Honda has made slight tweaks to the fuel injection system for better efficiency, and the bike meets all current global emission standards. In terms of fuel economy, you're looking at around 56 miles per gallon, which is impressive for a cruiser in this class. Handling and ride comfort. One of the standout features of the 2026 Shadow Phantom is its approachable handling. Thanks to its low seat height of just 25.8 inches, it's extremely beginner-friendly. But even seasoned riders will appreciate how easy it is to maneuver at low speeds and how planted it feels in corners. The 41mm front fork and dual rear shocks offer a soft, forgiving ride that's ideal for long, relaxed cruising. The suspension hasn't changed drastically from previous versions, but Honda has fine-tuned it to better absorb road imperfections without sacrificing stability. On the highway, the Shadow Phantom remains steady and predictable, while around town, it's nimble enough to weave through traffic without hassle. Braking comes from a single 296mm disc up front and a drum brake in the rear, a somewhat old-school setup. But Honda now includes ABS as standard, which adds a crucial layer of safety, especially for newer riders. Ergonomics and rider experience, rider comfort, is clearly a priority in the 2026 Shadow Phantom. The redesigned seat offers improved cushioning and support, and the slightly pulled-back handlebars allow for a natural, upright riding position. Foot pegs remain forward-mounted, giving you that classic cruiser stretch without putting too much strain on your lower back or knees. The minimalistic gauge cluster sits cleanly on the tank and now includes a digital display showing trip info, fuel level and gear indicator. Small but welcome upgrades that modern riders expect. Wind protection is minimal, as expected from a naked cruiser, but optional accessories like a short fly screen and wind deflector can be added for those planning longer trips. The bike's overall vibe is chill. It's built for people who love the journey, not just the destination. Technology and features. The Shadow Phantom has never been a tech-heavy bike, and the 2026 model stays true to that simplicity. That said, Honda has made some smart additions to keep it competitive. You now get LED lighting all around, standard ABS, and a slightly improved instrument cluster with better visibility in all lighting conditions. There's no Bluetooth or touchscreen nonsense here, and that's a good thing. This bike is about riding, not fiddling with gadgets. But Honda hasn't ignored the importance of modern reliability. The electronics package is robust, and the build quality is, as expected, top tier. The inclusion of a maintenance-free shaft drive is another big plus, reducing upkeep and improving long-term durability. Pricing and competition. The 2026 Honda Shadow Phantom is priced very competitively, coming in at around $829 USD, depending on your region and dealership fees. That puts it squarely in the middle of the mid-size cruiser market and makes it a strong alternative to bikes like the Yamaha Bolt R-Spec, Kawasaki Vulcan S, and even Harley-Davidson's Nightster 440, which is expected to compete in the same weight class. While those bikes each offer their own distinct personalities, the Shadow Phantom stands out for its blend of classic cruiser appeal, bulletproof reliability, and no-fuss performance. It's not the flashiest option, but it's arguably one of the most well-rounded. Final thoughts. Who is this bike for? The 2026 Honda Shadow Phantom isn't trying to be everything to everyone, and that's what makes it so appealing. It's a bike for riders who want to enjoy the road without overcomplicating the experience. Whether you're a beginner looking for your first cruiser, or a seasoned rider who wants a dependable daily companion with real street presence, the Shadow Phantom deserves a serious look. It delivers the cruiser essentials: comfort, style, torque, and reliability, without the premium price tag or excessive weight. Honda has once again proven that sometimes sticking to the basics and doing them well is more than enough. Outro. Subscribe for more motorcycle updates. That's it for our full breakdown of the 2026 Honda Shadow Phantom. What do you think of Honda's approach this year? Would you take this over the competition in the mid-size cruiser class? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Bike Updater Pro for more deep dives, reviews, and previews of the latest motorcycles from around the world. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe, ride smart, and we'll see you in the next video.